This is the Polar Railroad SD80MAC by Lionel. It was the first ever scale Christmas diesel and set the stage for all future Christmas trains to follow. It was one of just 40 ever produced, making it not only highly sought after, but very difficult to find. I got very lucky to find this one secondhand. Today, I'm going to review this groundbreaking holiday locomotive, show you all its special features, take it for a spin on our layout, and explain why the Polar Railroad SD80MAC is the rarest Christmas train ever made. Hi Crab Cakes, I'm Emil Hinault, and this is Little Buddy. And this is the Big Crab Cake channel, the channel dedicated to model cars, trains, and villages as one amazing hobby. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us. The Polar Railroad SD80MAC was first introduced in the 2012 Lionel Christmas catalog. It was produced in 2012, and it also bears the road number 2012. The model number for this scale diesel is 6-38731. This rendition of the SD80MAC features the legacy control system and is able to run in legacy control mode, in Trainmaster command control mode, or in conventional mode with a standard transformer. This model is a standard O-scale size, has dual powerful maintenance-free motors with momentum flywheels, and refined conventional transformer control that allows for slower speeds. It's 19.5 inches long and runs on a minimum curve of 0.36. There is directional lighting, including LED headlights, illuminated number boards, operating marker lights, and a high level of separately applied metal details. Illuminated cab interior, and there are engineer and conductor figures as well. There are front and rear electrocouplers. The plow on the front of this unit is cracked. We'll repair that in another episode. This model has die-cast metal trucks, pilots, and fuel tank, and a metal frame. There's a fan-driven smoke unit, and to add fluid to the smoke unit, you just pour it directly into the smokestack. There is also an adjustable smoke output. Underneath the hood, there are 3 switches: the Run Program switch, the Odyssey 2 speed control on-off switch, and the smoke on-off switch. And there's a volume control. This SD80MAC has the legacy rail sound system, featuring crew talk dialogue and tower comm announcements.
Dispatcher here. You are clear to pull. Over. Roger that. All clear. Out.
There's also real-time quilling horn control. The Polar Railroad SD80MAC was cataloged and offered just once in the 2012 Lionel Christmas catalog. This engine was Lionel's first attempt to see whether there would be demand for a scale Christmas diesel. Prior to this, the largest Christmas diesel produced was the Polar Railroad GP7 that was cataloged 2 years earlier in 2010. Unfortunately for this particular model, 2012 was a huge year for Lionel offerings, both diesel and steam. Diesel had SD80MACs, SD80 ACEs, ES44 ACs, SD30s, all in popular liveries. The SD80MAC itself was offered in 7 other liveries. All those other offerings were offered in the larger catalogs, the big book at the beginning of the year and the signature catalog near the middle. The Polar Railroad rendition went largely unnoticed when it was released in a much smaller Christmas catalog. As a result, there was limited interest from hobbyists, collectors, and dealers. On the other hand, the SD80MACs that appeared in the two larger catalogs were very well received, and there were large volumes of orders for all of them. Rather than scrap the project altogether, Lionel decided to produce the minimum amount in the Polar Railroad livery. Lionel never discloses their production figures, but one source inside Lionel at the time has indicated that the minimal amount were made. Based on information that has been put out regarding minimum amounts of special runs and production runs, that number is very likely between 40 and 50 units, meaning that there were less units of the Polar Railroad SD80MAC produced than any other Christmas train. As a result, the Polar Railroad SD80MAC unintentionally became the rarest Christmas train of all, as no other Christmas train was ever produced in such small numbers. The Polar Railroad SD80MAC is the rarest Christmas train ever made. I was very lucky to find it secondhand, and I'm so glad I did so that I could share it with you today. If you like this video, please click the like button. And if you'd like to see more like it, please click the subscribe button. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you next time on the Big Crab Cake channel.